You have to levy the tax by this coming Friday, because 7 days from today is Sunday, and you're not open on the weekend. So that's a problem. It has to be done within a certain time frame. Additionally, this proposed budget hearing notice also requires the exact same specific language as was required in the proposed budget cover page. I include an example of that in my information. The City Council must hold a public hearing on the proposed budget. That's in 102.006. They must do that before they vote on the tax levy, and they must give notice of this proposed budget hearing between 10 and 30 days before the hearing. I have seen there's no notification of this budget meeting. If you're calling it a budget meeting, and that's what you said, there's been no notice. Now, going back to the calendar I provided that puts Tax Code Chapter 26 and Local Government Chapter 102 together. Using today's date of August 30th as the tax hearing date, if the tax hearing notice form had actually been lawfully completed and posted in time required under the law, you have to vote on the tax rate within 7 days of this hearing, which would be Friday, September the 3rd, since September 4th and 5th are a weekend. However, you have not yet set the budget hearing that must be held prior to passing a tax levy and with a 10-day public notice. That 10-day notice would have had to have been done the week of August 23rd to meet the 10-day notice deadline. The timing set of all the required issues does not work out according to the law. And finally, moving on to the city charter. Point number 5, the proposed budget is required under local government code and Grove City Charter to have certain financial information included that has been left out. The local government code, section 102.001, gave the city the right to adopt their own charter provisions about the budget as long as those provisions complied with Chapter 12 of the local government code. The proposed budget for 2021-2022 that was sent to me is missing items under the local government code 102.003, and it states the budget must contain a complete financial statement of the municipality that shows the outstanding obligations of the municipality, the cash on hand to the credit of each account, the funds received from all sources during the preceding year, and there's a list of more things. Missing from the Grove City Charter, Article 7, Section 1, letter G, the amount required for interest on the city's debt for sinking and for maturing serial bonds, as well as reserves required. Number H, the total amount of outstanding city debts with a schedule of maturities on bond issues. And number J, a projection of the future capital improvement needs of the city for at least the next 3 years. In conclusion, the Texas Constitution Bill of Rights, Article 1, Section 19, entitled Deprivation of Life, Liberty, Property by Due Course of Law, and it says, no citizen of this state shall be deprived of life, liberty, property, privileges, or immunities, or in any way, in any manner, disfranchised, except by the due course of the law of the land. It seems Grove citizens may be deprived of their property, and that property is our money we use to pay our tax levy, without the due course of the law of the land, because the laws of Tax Code Chapter 26, Local Government Code Chapter 102, and the Grove City Charter Article 7, Section 1 are not being upheld by the city. Sadly, the city has opened itself up to possible legal injunctions under Texas law by not fully following Chapter 26 of the Tax Code. Based on the points I have presented here, this hearing should be adjourned, all issues should be addressed according to the law, and a special city council meeting called to start the process over of considering dates for one budget hearing and one tax hearing on 2 separate dates. All members of council swore an oath before God to preserve, protect, and defend the Texas Constitution and the laws of Texas and the city charter. All citizens of Groves deserve, and most importantly, are entitled to be lawfully represented. I trust you will keep that oath and protect our rights by making sure these items are done correctly. Thank you.
Lamar,
Sir,
city manager, anything she said right?
some of it was right, absolutely.
I adjourn this public hearing. Start over.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate it.
EDC meeting will be held now.